All right, welcome back. This is it. This is my final video that I'm going to be making before the 2020 election. So we have finally made it. It's been a long ways, but here we are. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making my final maps for the presidency, the Senate, and the governor's elections. Now, I already made my regular electoral map earlier. So what I'm going to be doing here for all of those categories is I'm going to be making a no toss-up map that does not have margins. So it's just going to be purely me predicting the winner of every state, all of these races. So, beginning with the presidential race, this shouldn't be very difficult. I already made my regular map earlier, so all I need to do here is fill that out. And there were a couple of toss-ups that I will have to allocate here. Let's see. Okay, there's Biden. And okay, so Georgia, Ohio, and Maine's 2nd District. Those are the toss-ups that I left. I'm going to kind of split them here. I think Trump's going to win Ohio. I think Biden is going to win Georgia. Both of those will be very, very close. And then Maine's 2nd District is actually difficult. Now, I'm going to look at 538 here. And what have we got for Maine's 2nd District? They actually have Biden favored. And this is their final forecast, by the way. They're not updating anymore. And then I think the other ones match, though. Ohio, I was just looking at 55. Georgia, 58 for Biden. So that matches roughly with what I had. So I will give that to Biden, I think. So that gives Biden 351 electoral votes. No toss-ups, no margins. That is my final prediction as for what's going to happen tonight. Moving on to the Senate. This is a little trickier. This is probably going to look similar in terms of the outcomes to my previous Senate maps. But I'm actually thinking I might change my mind here. So Maine, we've got Maine. If we look at that, let's actually go to the Senate forecast here. And if we look at Maine, Gideon is favored, although her odds have actually decreased over the last few days here. So, okay. Wrong map. There we go. Okay, so I do think Gideon will win. I think it'll be narrow. Georgia has 2 Senate elections. I think the Democrats could actually win the special election. I also think North Carolina will be won by the Democrats. And I'm going with Iowa as a Democratic win. A bit bold of me. In the past, I've had Montana as Bullock winning, but that doesn't seem very likely. Looking at Montana right now, yeah, things aren't looking great for Bullock. And Iowa is going to be a nail-biter. They've actually got Ernst favored again. But I don't know. I could see Greenfield pulling it out, so that's why I'm going with her. And then, what was the last one that I just did here? Let's see. Georgia, yes, I wanted to look at both of those. So we'll look at Georgia first, and Purdue is still favored, and then we'll look at the special election next. And we've actually got the Democrats favored. That's almost certainly going to go to a runoff. There's one scenario out of 100 where it wouldn't be a runoff, so that certainly will be. So there you go. That's going to be my final map for the Senate, 52 to 48. Iowa is the one I'm most on the fence about, but for the sake of choosing, because I can't have toss-ups, I will give that to Greenfield. Okay, and the governor's map. So this is the one I'm not as sure about a lot of these. Washington should be pretty simple. Actually, 538 doesn't have odds. So for this one, I'm basically going with my gut. And I actually think that Montana will be blue. I know, it's crazy. There you go. That's it. I have no idea how accurate this is going to be. But going with my instinct. So that's pretty much it. So my presidential prediction, Biden with 351 electoral votes to Trump's 187. My final Senate prediction, 52 Democrats, 48 Republicans, and my final governor's predictions looks like this, 26 Republican governors and 24 Democrats. So that is it. Those are my final predictions. No toss-ups, no margins, and that is it. It's hard to believe that we've finally made it to the end, and tonight is the 2020 election. So that's it for now. Yeah, that's about it. These are my final predictions. Let me know what you think is going to happen. It's entirely possible that by the time you're watching this video, the polls have already closed in a number of states. It will be very soon. So, yeah, that's it. And this will be the final video before the 2020 election takes place. So thank you, and good night.